Today I'm going to take you step by step on how to create this stunning mandala, and along the way I'll show you my brand new Guideline stencils, how to fix some stringy paint, I'm going to show you my latest fine liner, and I've got some tricks on how to use it. Let's get started with my brand new DIY stencils. This is just a digital download. You go and get the file, you print it out. I just made a video on how to create these, how to use them, the whole 9 yards. I just made it yesterday. I'll link it at the very end of this video. Go download these. You can do it right now. Now, I am absolutely excited to get to start using them. So I asked the channel members to help me pick some colors. I gave them some options, and so far the winner had some silver in it. So I'm going to be using this platinum color by DecoArt Treasure Gold. It is my favorite silver so far, but it's a little bit stringy in consistency, really stringy. So let me tell you how I fix that. I add just a few drops of that Flow Aid additive. What that does is just loosens that paint up just enough that when you make a dot and you lift your dotting tool, you're not going to be sitting there forever waiting for that string of paint to disconnect. So that Flow Aid really helps there. Now the second color that they voted on was a caramel color. So I picked this honey brown. I think it looks like those little caramels that you get. Oh, I love those caramels. Anyway, so I'll be using that color. The next color that they voted on was a red. I'm going to be using a crimson red, and then finally I'll be using gold. Now I am going to get to work making some doodles on these brand new guidelines. I am so excited about having all of these rings on here. For me, that is going to make the doodles that I make so much easier, because I really rely on these guidelines to make these doodles. I'm constantly eyeballing like the left line and the right line, and I'm trying to stay a hair here and a hair there, and I go all the way up to this line and down to that line, and those guidelines really help keep my art consistent. And I am just super excited to have even more guidelines. I know that's going to change everything up for me, and I can't wait to see how this very first one turns out. All right, I wanted to check in. I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on this, my latest fine liner. You know, I've been using it for several months now, and I was pretty opposed to it when I first started because the grip wasn't what I was used to. Y'all, I don't even notice it anymore. I am so excited about these brushes. They are so cute. I love the looks of them. I've grown to love the grip of it. It works fabulously. Now, I've linked these down below under the fine liner brushes. It comes in a 5-pack. They're super affordable. You know, dare I even say cheap. But I love them. They're working. So hot dog, you know. I just wanted to give y'all a short update on that, and I'm telling you, I loved them so much. I went and bought myself 2 new sets last month, so I'm good to go. They're probably here to stay for quite a while. I wanted to pop in and give you guys just a little bitty tip on this fine liner. Have y'all ever been painting something and the brush just kind of flick out from you? kind of like this right here. I found a pretty easy way to combat that, y'all. See how I was painting down at the bottom of my canvas? Like, the canvas was sitting in front of my hands. So that meant that this little swoosh I'm painting I was going up and to the left, and I was flicking every time. So I moved the canvas down, and now I'm coming at it from the top of the canvas, which means my stroke is going down and to the right. And for whatever reason, for me, that flows better. So if you're messing up or flicking those strokes out, try moving your hand. If you're painting at the bottom of your canvas, try painting at the top. Try painting from the right. Try painting from the left. Just try something different and see if it isn't more natural for your hand. Just always be aware of the wet paint on your canvas. You know, if you're going to go at it from the top, don't smear that paint in between you and your hand. Oh, you guys, I had so much fun doing the doodles on this. Those guidelines are awesome. I don't know about you, but I am loving them. Now, I let this dry for a couple of hours. It's kind of dry, mostly dry, dare I say. I think you should let it dry overnight before you do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove my guidelines with a wet cotton swab. I'm just being super, super gentle, especially around those bigger dots that I knew were still wet. And now I'm gonna be adding some top dots. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop right there. I love it. I can't wait to see this with a good spray of the sealer on it. I'm gonna let this dry all the way. I won't fidget. I'll let it dry for a day or two and then I'll spray it. Y'all, go download this stencil. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. I can already tell. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but this was a lot of fun. Those guides made it so much easier. Anyway, I left you a link down below. Go grab one. These are all of the tools and the paints that I used in this video. I've left link for them all down below in the description. Right now, I want to show you the final reveal. Oh my gosh, you guys, isn't that pretty? I am so excited. This is the first one I've made with my brand new DIY stencils. I hope you go and download them. I hope you do this project. I really, really do. Channel members, go find that post and keep voting on the paint colors. You're picking the next one too. All right, y'all, go and support my channel. All of these links are down below. I am counting on you. You guys do all of those YouTube things that help my channel out. And until next time, rock on.